We're running out of time on this makeup challenge. Wow, okay. Are we done? Do you think we're good?
Hi guys, I'm Lauren here from Cosmo. You might know me from our video series We Stole. It's a fun little video series we do in the beauty closet that we just went to, where all the editors, we stole all of just a few moments ago. Yeah. Today we're doing Halloween makeup looks.
It's Halloween, it's coming up very, very soon. Horror movies, haunted hayride, the full moment. We're obviously here as well to talk about the brand new Morphe X James Charles Mini Palette, which we're gonna be using for this spooky little Halloween look for today.
Pretty.
We decided to do a fun look inspired by the actual campaign that we shot for the Mini Palette, and that was a rainbow skull look. We already prepped half of Lauren's face. Once I leave, we're gonna challenge her to do the other half. So I'm pulling up the original photo, which is literally a work of art. Once again, thank you, the Wigs and Makeup Manager, for this look.
There is no shot that I'm doing that on my own on the other side of my face.
Well, not with that attitude. So I'm grabbing a little bit of red, and we're gonna try to sketch out basically where, like, the bones are. So for this, I used my M433 brush from the eye brush set and dipped into the bright red, which is called You're Kidding.
What are you being for Halloween?
No idea. I usually put my Halloween costumes in the moment. Okay. So I have no idea, no inspiration from this year. I feel like every year I've always been so excited about it, but this year I have just so much going on the past few months that I haven't had any time to even think, which is scary because I love Halloween. Using my M508 and dipping into the dark purple shade, which is called Escape. Putting this on your jawline, which is where another fun bone is. Okay, grabbing my M456, which is the custom little blending brush from the brush set, and dipping into a little bit of a mix of Single and Escape, which are the two purple shades. And we're gonna start blending this as well. So I'm using a cranberry dark, like a dark red, and I'm using this just to add a little bit of dimension into the area right here. Then I'm just gonna grab a little bit of a dark purple and a little bit of black as well, and use this to kind of shade it down here below. So you grabbed just some white liquid liner, and I'm gonna use the tiny little liner brush from the brush set. This is the M250-0, and I'm gonna use this to start sketching out her teeth. We're gonna repeat with the same thing on the lower lip as well. We're gonna clean this up, so don't worry that it looks ridiculous. We just have to add the highlights first, because you can always add shadows over top of the highlights, but it's much harder to do highlights over shadows. So now that the teeth look crazy, we're gonna fix them and make them look nice and outlined using the Anastasia liquid liner. Once again, we stole, but I do have this in my kit, I love it. We are going to first make the little mouth, and we're gonna shade this in two. Then we're gonna go through and outline all the teeth. So a lot of times when we draw, we like to outline first and then color in, but basically what I did here is the opposite. So I colored in first, and now we're going into the outlines over top to kind of correct everything and make it look a lot cleaner. So that's why we did the white first, now we're doing the black. So now that that is all sketched out and looking decent, I'm gonna grab the tiny smudger brush and dip into the black shade, which is coincidentally called Spooky in the palette.
I love that.
And we're gonna use this to go over top of that black liner and kind of smudge it out so it doesn't look like actual outline, it looks like an actual shadow.
How do you guys come up with the names for all the shades?
So I named them all. So all the shades in this palette are named by me, and they're after important people, places, and things in my life, so they all have a very, very special meaning.
So spooky season, obviously.
Spooky season, obviously, love all things horror. There's some fun ones in here too, Skip is named after my dad. This is his favorite color in the palette. Bees after my mom. Use code James for 10% off, which you can and should do when you purchase the palette at morphe.com. Now we're just gonna throw in a little bit more color. I'm gonna grab that same fluffy brush from before and dip into a little bit of Playground, a little bit of Brother, maybe even a little bit of Cola, the dark blue shade, and we're gonna use this to shade or add more to that black shading below.
How do you take your makeup off?
I just scrub it right off.
You're just I'm going ham, I'm taking it off, and I'm going to bed.
Yep, absolutely. I take my skincare routine very seriously every night. Yeah. That definitely keeps my skin looking good with the amount of makeup that I wear. Well, because it's my job, my skin actually breaks out when I don't wear makeup for a few days, which is
that is
really
hilarious.
Strange and also kind of frustrating, because when I want to have a week off or something, my face
and your skin's like, give me foundation.
Yeah, give me foundation. I need it. I'm like, oh no. I'm grabbing the M506, which is another fluffy brush, and just the black shade, which is once again spooky, and just shading in some little areas just to add a little bit more dimension into the colors. Oh my god, I missed an entire area. I'm so stupid. You guys, this is literally my first Halloween look of the year, literally. I knew that I was forgetting something, and I was like, something is not looking right with this shape.
It's like, what's going on here? Okay.
No, you're beautiful. I have to add another line into this area. So I'm gonna grab the liquid liner once again. We're gonna go in and down, and we're gonna create a little like moment like that.
Did you use a primer on me?
No.
Interesting.
I use a little bit of moisturizer.
I'm gonna get like hate mail for this. I hate primers. I think they're so annoying. Yep. And I feel like, I don't know, everyone's like, you need to use a primer if you're doing like a super detailed look. Is that not true?
No. I am a firm believer in using moisturizer before your makeup. I love the Will Henriksen, the gel cream. I love the Tatcha water cream. Like, those are all I'll ever use to make my makeup stick. It does so much of a better job.
I feel so validated.
Yeah. So I'm just using this liner and like filling this in, and then I'm gonna shade this with black. So once again, dipping into Spooky in the palette in that same M506 brush. Then we're just gonna go over this and start shading in this area. This is finally coming together. That definitely helped it so much. Just add in a little bit more blue.
These shadows have amazing color payoff.
Yeah. The one most important thing for me when it came to creating a colorful palette was that the colors were colorful. Because I've used color palettes forever. Obviously, my makeup looks have always been very, very colorful. The palettes that I had access to in the past just weren't the most pigmented, or you really had to layer them up and layer them up. Sometimes when it comes to creating those looks, a lot of extra product can sometimes create cracking, or it starts to wear off at the end of the day. Okay, you guys, we're running out of time on this makeup challenge, and I want to make sure that Lauren looks good and not crazy by the end of this. So I'm going to quickly add on an eyeshadow look to her eyes. So I'm just going to grab a little bit of Escape, which is that dark purple. I'm going to try to do a rainbow look as fast as I possibly can, so wish me luck here, guys. I'm going to pop this right on the outer corner of her eye. Oh my god, okay. Then we're gonna add a little bit of Skip, which is the bottom right bright pink shade, named after my dad. I'm gonna pop this right into the center of that crease and buff that into Escape. This is a very ambitious 20-minute makeup challenge. I can't even believe that we've made it this far. Okay guys, grabbing a little bit of B, which is the bright yellow shade, using my M433 as well. Gonna pop that in her inner corner, or like the inner crease area. Wow, okay. Gonna grab a little bit of her concealer on my concealer brush, the M224, and I'm gonna cut her crease very quickly. On her lid, I'm gonna grab a little bit of ring light first, which is the bright kind of metallic white. And I'm gonna place this right on the inner third of the lid. It's so beautiful and shimmery. Gonna highlight the inner corner a little bit with this as well. And then with that same brush, I'm gonna pick up a little bit of Hello, which is the shimmery blue shade in the palette. I'm gonna pack this blue shade right next to Ring Light to connect the white and the purple. Then a little bit of Acapella, which is the metallic dark blue. Same brush. Lower lash line, super quick. Gonna grab a little bit of Colo, which is the dark blue, and this is on the M152 brush. I'm gonna tap this right up under her lower lash line, connecting it up to the blue and the purple from before with a little bit of Escape. Now I'm just gonna grab a little bit of Social Blade, which is the bright green shade in the palette.
Oh my god, that color's so fun.
It's like one of my favorites. I don't use green that often, but I'm obsessed with this one because it's just so bright and like limey. And I'm just tapping this right under the middle of the eye. And then finally a little bit more yellow on that same brush, just to finish off and complete that like little circle of rainbow that we had going on. Gonna grab a little bit of Canvas, which is that bone nude shade. I'm going to put this under her eye just because we have a little bit of fallout and I don't have time to fix it with foundation. Little pro tip for you. It's a great tip. I do this all the time. A little bit more ring light on a little brush and pop this right into the inner corner for a nice little bit of glow. A little bit on the brow bone. Oh my god, that was too much. A little bit on the cheek for the last few seconds. Time we had, it's not terrible. Are we done? It's kind of good. Do you think we're good? A lash will definitely be a good job at distracting the viewer.
Like all you'll see are my lashes?
Yeah. Oh my god, this is, are you kidding me? This is not the time. Let's add in the nose really quickly. Just for funsies, why not? Lauren, I think we are done with this half face power of makeup rainbow skull. That's quite the challenge, first of all in one. This is quite the video. Hope you guys enjoyed this. This is the best I could do in a short period of time. Ready for the grand reveal? We'll use the mirror in the iconic palette now that it is here. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to do the honors?
Open it up!
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah!
Okay, ready?
Holy it looks so good. Oh my God! Also, wow, I like me with fake lashes. Okay. Remember when I was like, do we need these? Yes, we definitely need them.
Always need them.
Guys, this was so fun. I hope you learned something. I hope you want to try a cool half face look, a full face look.
Don't forget to check out the James Charles X Morphe mini collection as well in all Morphe and Ulta stores and online as well.
Don't forget to check out Shit We Stole. There's a link below where you can see all the fun things that we stole from the beauty closet. Tell us how your looks go. Tell us in the comments below when you tried to do these. 25 minutes.
Let us know what you think. Don't be too mean, please.
Yeah, really.
Let us know if you learned anything as well.
Yeah, be nice. Tell us what you learned. Happy Halloween. Bye, guys.
Bye, sisters.
It's actually really bad. This is a very loose interpretation.